Dr. Nguyễn Hùng Sơn, I see you are an expert in ASEAN and you observe the journey of Vietnam in ASEAN during 3 decades. So, looking back on this journey of Vietnam, what do you think about the important factor that contribute to the Vietnam reputation, role, and the voice within the ASEAN?
I think that's a very important question. Having seen the journey of ASEAN throughout 3 decades, I can say that ASEAN has been one of the most important and successful foreign policy of Vietnam in the Doi Moi era. After the end of the Cold War, the decision for Vietnam to join ASEAN, also the decision of ASEAN admitting Vietnam right after the end of the Cold War was a critically important for Vietnam's stability and development. And ASEAN has been time and again emphasized in most important political document of Vietnam to be the family of Vietnam, to be the core pillar of Vietnam's foreign policy. The ideas that you belong to ASEAN is time and again reminded to the Vietnamese people. So the sense of belonging, I think, is one of the critically important part of the voice of the policy direction of Vietnam. Secondly, I think is the sense of responsibility that you are a member of ASEAN, but you also have to contribute to make ASEAN strong and to make ASEAN grow. It's also very important in asserting Vietnam's role within ASEAN, right? We've been reminded as ASEAN officials that you have to be in ASEAN, but you also be in ASEAN responsibly. I think that's a key, and it's not just it's not just a reminder to the foreign ministry. It's a reminder to every agencies who participates in ASEAN. You are not just there in order to reap benefits. You are there to also contribute to the community. I think that's very important. And thirdly, I think it's the sense of pragmatism. You are there also in order to promote pragmatic cooperation, in order to ensure that you have a very open mindset and promote cooperation where it benefits everyone. I think so. The 3 senses, sense of belonging, sense of responsibility, and sense of pragmatism is very important in creating a Vietnam's ASEAN membership that benefits to Vietnam and also benefits to the association as a whole.
Yeah, and you know that Vietnam is entering the new era, the Vietnam Rise. And what do you think about the ability that Vietnam contribute more to the ASEAN in this very important stage of the nation?
I think the idea that we are entering a new stage tells the country that you have to keep an open mindset, one. And then we also ask for the country to be even more proactive in contributing to forging the kind of international environment that favors your development in the new era. And therefore, I think the new era and the era of Vietnam's ascendant is, I think, is the call for Vietnam greater contributions to regional and international efforts. And that's why you will see that Vietnam is going to make even greater attempt to contribute to regional affairs like ASEAN, but also to other multilateral settings like the UN and so on.
Can I just also add something? Actually, I joined the Ministry of Foreign Affairs exactly 30 years ago, and it's the same time that Vietnam joined ASEAN. So I can see how Vietnam become closer to ASEAN over the years, and we have so many interactions. We have hundreds of meetings, and this is a confidence building and also a very good icebreaker. Because before we don't have ASEAN in our ASEAN, we don't have Vietnam into our ASEAN family. But since 1995, we have so many venue for interaction. So they build confidence and also trust. So this is one of the reasons why ASEAN is today, and the whole region is very stable. It's because of the trust and the confidence that built over many years, 3 decades, and this is continuing. So I'm very glad to be here as ambassador of Malaysia to Vietnam and see for myself the fruits of continuous hardworking Vietnamese people and also the development that the country has achieved.
Can you share many highlights that Vietnam contribute to the ASEAN, many milestones that impressed you the most?
Yeah, I think the one that a lot of ASEAN colleagues are now very impressed is within a generation, which is about 30 years, Vietnam from a very low base and also economy has come up almost at par with major ASEAN countries. I'm talking about today the GDPs of over $4,000 US. It is almost at par or maybe already surpassed, some major countries in the region. And this is a very respectful and also very good achievement. And we would like to think in ASEAN that we kind of provided the environment, a regional environment, peaceful environment, and also markets for the rapid development of Vietnam. Of course, Vietnam also has its own very unique attraction, so that you attracted a lot of FDIs and all. But I must say, one of the few of our Vietnam's trading partners or biggest investors are also from the fellow ASEAN countries. And this is a win-win situation for both, the ASEAN members and also Vietnam and everybody. So this is a very good project, which has seen so much success, and we are very pleased that also accumulated everything until that you will be having this ASEAN Future Forum. It is a track 1.5. It is very different from the other ASEAN forums. Before, most of the ASEAN forums are either track 1 or track 2, which is mostly NGOs or non-government strategic think tanks and things like that. But this is very interesting, where you have heads of governments also, but also have think tanks as well. So we are very much looking forward to the ASEAN Future Forum next week.
Thank you very much, Ambassador.
And I know that the many ASEAN member is helping Vietnam to in the halal sector. So including Malaysia. So I think that is one way for us to expand a lot of sector in the future.
Yes, I think because of the interaction between Vietnam and ASEAN. So within ASEAN we have Muslim majority countries. And so the understanding of the halal food and also the potential halal market for the Vietnamese export is huge. And as a Muslim country from Malaysia, we are more than happy to share our experiences and also cooperate with Vietnam for this halal market. And also, I think this will be contributing also to food security for the Muslim world. I think this is a very important ventures that both countries can have a win-win situation.
Yeah, I think that is one very clear example of the cohesion of ASEAN to promote the ASEAN economy community. Yeah, thank you. Dr. Nguyễn Hùng Sơn, based on analysis so far, and what do you think, what are your expectations for the ASEAN Future Forum 2025 in the relation with the ASEAN pathway policy in the current context?
Well, I would say once again a point that ASEAN has been a source of aspiration for Vietnam. Ever since we joined ASEAN, we were inspired by our ASEAN member states who are ahead of us. in the path of development. And likewise, on this ASEAN's Future Forum, we were inspired by Malaysia's Asia Pacific Roundtable, by Singapore's Shangri-La Forum. So the ASEAN's Future Forum, we expect it to become yet another contribution to ASEAN in order to create a marketplace for ideas, an incubator for ideas that comes from not just the government sector, but also from the track 2, the scholarly sectors, that might come from the business sectors, from the medias, and from the whole societies. So we hope that this could be a place where we can synergize the goodwills and the wisdoms of different stakeholders, just so we can have a lot of innovative ideas in order to support the official track of ASEAN, in order to support, in particular, the ASEAN chair in conducting its very important task during the year. So a marketplace for the official track is what we hope that the future ASEAN Future Forum is going to be able to create. We also hope that it's going to be a platform in order to complement the official track, in order to support the ASEAN chair in conducting its agenda and its ambition during the year. So that's why we always invite the ASEAN chair, and we are very grateful that the Prime Minister of Malaysia, the head of the ASEAN think tank networks, which is located in Malaysia, in Kuala Lumpur, is also joining our forum this year. So we hope that the presence of all these important people is going to create the synergies within ASEAN and support ASEAN development. We also hope that this will serve as a platform to promote interactions between ASEAN and the world in the same manner. And therefore, we are opening it up to all our friends and partners, whether they are member of or they are partners of ASEAN or not yet partners of ASEAN. We are welcoming them, just so we can have their wisdom, their inputs and their ideas on how they see ASEAN, on how they can contribute to the path of ASEAN future development. So it's a young process. We hope that it can be a value-added process to the official track of ASEAN.
Yeah. Dr. Hung Sen, I see that nowadays the multilateralism is facing a lot of difficulty, but Vietnam still try to open a lot of new initiative in ASEAN and in the region also. And what do you think about the Vietnam determination in instead maintaining the organization and shaping the brand of the ASEAN Future Forum?
Okay, I think in the world where you see a lot of turmoil, you see a lot of disruptions, you see a lot of polarizations, the casualties is multilateralism. Even at the global level, we see the fracturing of the United Nations system, we see the dysfunctioning of very important institutions. We see unilateralism on the rise. Many great powers are pulling out of many vital multilateral processes. So in this critical moment, I think regional institutions have to step up in order to provide the platform for cooperation, not just within its region, but also with the broader region and with the partners. The regional institutions have to provide the stability, the vehicle that global institutions have now been in difficulties and is not able to provide. The predictability that regional institutions it's creating or it's providing to the region is going to be vital for ensuring regional stability and promoting continuity in regional cooperation. Regional institutions is also critical in ensuring the rules and norms continues to apply in this region, despite them might be violated or might be disrespected in other parts. But in this region, we have to ensure that rules and norms and the fundamental principles of the UN Charter, for example, continues to apply. And that calls for greater emphasis on ASEAN, and we are doing our part in providing the Future Forum in order to enforce and to ensure that these norms and rules are continuing to be regarded in our region.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Dr. Menuson. Ambassador Dato, what do you think about the importance of the ASEAN Future Forum, a very new platform, and what do you think about it and the significance of it in the region situation now?
So actually, the ASEAN Future Forum that impresses me most. Last year, when the ASEAN Future Forum was first held, it was really impressive, and we felt that we should pay more attention, and especially the forward thinking discussion, generate actionable policy recommendation, I must say, and strengthen ASEAN's unity and global amid the global uncertainties, just Dr. Sun has alluded just now. And given the theme of the forum this year is going to be building a united, inclusive and resilient ASEAN amidst global transformation, it is clear that this forum is definitely know what is important and what to discuss. I think this is a very commendable part for the ASEAN Future Forum. And Vietnam continues effort in the organizing of this important forum. Is marking the second time, and also this is also to show that Vietnam is paying importance to ASEAN's future, and also it is a kind of a celebration. Also, I see as Vietnam is also celebrating 30th year of joining ASEAN this year in 2025. So I think it is overall a very successful and also a very good platform. That is why I highly recommend it. And now I'm very pleased that our Prime Minister, Dato Sri Anwar Ibrahim, will be coming to give a keynote speech at this forum next week. So yes, very much looking forward for the participation. Thank you.
Thank you, Ambassador, and we wish Malaysia well in its championship year of ASEAN.
Thank you. We need all the support from our ASEAN brothers.
Anytime.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And the ASEAN Future Forum is coming, so we all hope that it will be successful. Ladies and gentlemen, the insights shared by the speakers, including experts and diplomats, have provided us with a broader perspective on the opportunities and challenges ASEAN facing today, as well as the role of the peace in the ASEAN and the region. The ASEAN Future Forum 2025 will create further space for ASEAN to discuss these issues, ensuring sustainable and inclusive development and becoming a key factor for peace in the region. Best regards and hope to see you all again. Thank you.